Not been confirmed. A lot of people out here reuniting right now with their friends. We've seen a lot of hugging, a lot of tears, a lot of confusion. People basically are just being told to get back as far as they can. And you can see Maryland Parkway. Maryland Parkway is a parking lot of emergency vehicles, from paramedics to marshals to police. Another student I talked to said, you know what? You come to school, it's supposed to be the time of your life. It's not supposed to be the last day of your life. And he said he was born in the year 2000, and there have been school shootings his entire life. He says he is fed up with this, and now, quite honestly, he is a little bit nervous, a little bit fearful to walk back on campus. So that is just some of what all these students and some of the professors as well are telling us right now.
So Denise, I'm trying to get a sense of this from you as well, as a UNLV graduate, as someone who was born and raised in our community, who's lived in essence their entire life in our community. And I believe that your daughter also attended UNLV. How does this strike you today?
It's incredible, Dana. It really is. Actually, we're third generation. My mother graduated from UNLV. I graduated from UNLV. My daughter graduated from UNLV. This school is pretty much in our DNA, and to think that a place like this, that is supposed to be a safe place, can turn into what we're seeing today is horrifying.
All right, Denise, our thoughts with you and everyone who has a connection to the school. Of course, we all do, and we're seeing now that they are, in fact, ready to start that briefing. Let's go ahead and listen in.
I'm the Vice President and Director of University Police Services in Southern Command. Adam, A-D-A-M, Garcia, G-A-R-C-I-A. Wanted to give you just a very short briefing on where we are at this point. Before I do that, I wanted to introduce Sheriff McMahill, who you see to my left, and the Fire Chief, Chief Steinbach. So we received a call of an active shooter event at 11:45 this morning. Officers immediately responded, engaged the suspect. The suspect at this point is deceased. We do not have information on any potential victims at this point. What I can tell you as well is that the entire Nevada system of higher education in Southern Nevada, campuses are all closed out of an abundance of caution. There is no threat to any other campus, but we are doing this out of an abundance of caution. With that, I will turn it over to the sheriff.
I'm Kevin McMahill. I'm the sheriff of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, and I want to say to the community, there's no further threat. I will tell you that this combined police, state, local, and federal law enforcement, along with the fire department, worked very well. As the chief told you, we do have one suspect down. Of course, we have no idea on the motive. There are a number of victims that have been transported to area hospitals, so I don't want to give you false information and tell you how many victims that we have, but we will be providing that update very, very shortly. I want to assure the community there's no further threat. We are continuing the investigation here. This is still a very active and dynamic scene, so if you can avoid the area, we would appreciate it. And we'll be providing additional updates in the very near future. Thank you.
There are victims.
Yes, there are victims.
Yes, on behalf of the entire first responder community, though, of course, our hearts go out to any of the families that are affected by this. Our update right now is that we do have a reunification center that is opened up at the convention center. That's at the North Hall. It will take time to transport students over to that area, but if you can't get a hold of your loved ones right now, your kids or somebody that you're concerned with, then that would be the place to go and to try to go ahead and do that reunification. We will have people there to assist you. We also have a phone number. It is being staffed. It's 702-455-AIDE. And there'll be a website opened up, and it's facofsouthernnevada.com. Okay, and so that is our current information that we have for victim services, and that will change also as or be updated as necessary. But we will have those resources there. Understand when you call that number or you check the website, the information right now will still be limited, and there won't be any specific information as far as individuals that have been injured or deceased.
Sheriff, what's happening on the campus now? I see people leaving.
So as you can imagine, the campus is a very large area to cover. Much like we had in the aftermath of 1 October, there's a lot of additional calls coming in that students hunker down, they're afraid, they're scared. Our officers are going unit by unit, building by building with the university police and the rest of the police officers, firefighters, EMS, and making sure that we don't have any additional victims and or subjects. So we'll be back with you in the very near future to provide an update. Thank you.
Any info on the suspect?
Sheriff, I have an update as well. I'm sorry, on that website. That's going to be facofsouthernnevada.org. I believe I said .com. That is .org.
Thank you, sir. All right, so we just got the latest information on the situation here at UNLV from Sheriff McMahill. We are going to step away, but Latoya, Dana, what I can tell you, the biggest news is that the suspect is deceased. There are no other threats. There are multiple victims that was sent to the hospital. McMahill could not tell us the number of victims. There is also a reunification center at the convention center, and Sheriff McMahill says that they will provide us with another update as soon as we get that. We'll be sure to bring those to you on air, online. But Latoya, Dana, that's the very latest. We'll send it back to you.
Andrew, thank you for all that you do. We also learned that they have a number that they want folks to call as well. That is 702-455-AIDE. Again, that's 702-455-AIDE. And of course, as a reunification is starting to happen, a lot of sighs of relief here. But we also know that multiple people have been injured, and in fact, some of them may in fact be deceased. And so certainly sobering, heartbreaking day. Hearts are heavy in our community as we continue to learn more about this at this hour. But the good news here is they're telling us there's no further threat. But out of an abundance of confidence, they have decided to shut down all statewide campuses just in case. But again, no further threat at this time. Let's go ahead and check in with our Kelly Curran. She is in Sky 3. Kelly, what can you tell us?
All right, so actually we're checking out what's going on right now on I-15, and as you guys have been talking about, I-15 northbound is closed from Blue Diamond up through about Charleston. So I want to take a look at what we're seeing here. So unfortunately, there's a lot of cars here who got trapped.